Hi, my name is Kendra and this is my Gold Award. My passion is animals. I want to do everything to save as many animals as I can. I decided to take my passion and turn it into my Gold Award. The way I did this is by teaching young kids about how important animals are to the world. I specifically focused on snakes. I found that a lot of people are very afraid of snakes when they're really peaceful creatures. I was actually afraid of snakes until I interacted with them and I found out how great they are. So, I wanted to start with young kids and teach them about snakes so that they can remember how not scary they are. This will encourage people actually getting to know more information about snakes so that they can have a better conservation status in the world. So, for my Gold Award, I did presentations to elementary school kids. They actually loved the presentations. I had the teachers fill out two surveys, one before the presentation and one after the presentation, and the results were outstanding. Most of the kids that said that they were afraid of snakes, after the presentation, they said that they loved them, and some kids even wanted them as a pet. So, if you're interested in saving one of your favorite animals and helping embrace awareness around your animal, then here's how you can help. I have made an easy outline of my presentation to help spread awareness on conservation about animals. And here are the steps to creating your presentation. 1. Choose an animal you are passionate about. 2. Choose an audience you are comfortable talking in front of. 3. Plan the talking part of your presentation. 4. Plan the animals you are going to take if you can. 5. Reach out to people to present to. And 6. Create a survey to analyze the impact of your presentation. So, I will take you step by step to help you create your own presentation project about your own animal. The first step, choose an animal you are passionate about. I chose snakes. I love them and I'm very comfortable around them, and I know a lot about them. I found out a lot about snakes that I didn't originally know. 2. Choose an audience you will be comfortable in talking in front of. I am a little bit nervous talking in front of people my age in my school or older adults, but I'm really comfortable around kids. Kids are great. They're funny and they ask great questions. I'm also really comfortable around kids because my mom owns a daycare and I'm constantly surrounded by kids and I love interacting with them. Also, kids are the easiest step to making awareness at the earliest stage of their life. If you start it young, then it will just grow as their life continues. 3. Plan the talking part of your presentation. Here is how to create the presentation itself. So you want to make an interesting presentation that runs through the basic info of your animal. These include what it is, like a mammal, reptile, fish, etc., how it eats, what it eats, how it reproduces, how to take care of one as a pet if applicable, conservation status of animal, how to protect yourself if it has venom or is aggressive, and why we need the animal and why we need to protect it. Those are the things I include in my presentation. You also need to have it be age appropriate for your audience. I presented to little kids, so I didn't tell them how a snake makes eggs. I just told them how they lay eggs, how many, what they look like, what they feel like, etc. Don't have it be too much information. Again, just the basics. You want to be able to have time to show them the animal when you present it. Step 4. Plan the animals you are going to take if you can. Part of my presentation was bringing along 4 or 5 snakes that I was comfortable around and showing them to the kids so that they could actually interact with them. This may be hard for other animals that you may not own or you may not have a school that owns other animals, but that's okay. If you can't bring along an animal, then that's fine. You're still teaching the kids about the animal. It will make a better impact if you actually make an experience out of your presentation by bringing animals. So if you have one as a pet, or if you have a school that has the animal, or if you have somewhere that would like to donate the animal, that's great. Step 5, reach out to people to present to. So the next part of your project is planning. You have to be a good planner to be able to do this project. You want to reach out to local teachers or organizations you would like to present to. It is going to be a lot of talking on your part, so it is best that you are completely comfortable. If you show signs of nervousness or uncomfortableness, it can also make the audience nervous or uncomfortable. And finally, step 6, create a survey. This survey is completely optional. I created a survey to try and analyze the result of my presentation the best way I could. I created a pre and post presentation survey. The questions were, what do you know about snakes, who is afraid of snakes, and who has interacted with the snakes in the pre-presentation. And in the post-presentation, the questions were, who enjoyed seeing the snakes, what do they know now, and who is afraid of snakes. I sent these to the teachers all at once and had them ask the questions to the kids. The results were great again. I saw great improvement with each survey with the kids. Now, I presented to around 315 kids. The amount of kids or people that you present to is completely up to you. You could just present to one class, but the more the merrier. The impact will be greater. Now, it is hard to get 3 classes to be able to organize this presentation. But I found if you reach out for help from other people that may know people to present to, it's much easier. My project advisor gave me names of people who would love to see me present, and that actually helped me complete my Gold Award. I wouldn't have been able to do it if he didn't give me those teachers. My presentations lasted from around 45 minutes to an hour. It depends on how many kids. I've had classes of only 13 kids to 75. It's really difficult to get 75 kids to be able to learn and interact with your animal in 45 minutes, but I was able to do it. I brought along a friend that knew a lot about snakes and was comfortable around snakes to help me present to the kids. It's easier for them to all see them at one time if they're in multiple different groups. Here's some other things that are helpful. When you're planning out your presentation, make a PowerPoint or make a piece of paper so you can remember all the information. It's kind of hard to know and memorize your presentation because that can make you sort of uncomfortable if you forget where you are. So making something to help you go along the way is much easier than just having to memorize it all. I brought along 5 snakes and I created a little blurb of information about the snakes for each one so that I could talk while I'm showing them the snakes. I didn't have time to look at a piece of paper while I was holding a snake in my hand and putting it around a kid's neck, so try to memorize some of the information. The last thing I'll leave you with is to make sure you have fun. This project is kind of a lot of work. Seeing the reaction of a kid learning about a snake and knowing what they are is priceless. Seeing their face light up from touching or holding a snake, again, is priceless. Make sure you're having fun and you're not too stressed out, or else you will resent doing the project. Alright, I've also attached a blog post about this video to have written out step-by-steps and some examples of what I've done in my project. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.